Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So this is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus, where it goes, but they've been a little deeper, more deeper spiritual messages this week. We are doing the Wild Unknown Capricorn, my cabbage corns. So everything by Kim Krans. I'm starting with the archetype. So we're going to look at the archetypal energy that you're in right now, and then we're going to look at the archetypal energy that you're moving towards. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to go into Kim Krans' Oracle deck and her Tarot deck as well. There is an extended at the end of this. If you are drawn to it, the link is at the top of the description. And I'm going to look into sort of the blind spot, the energy that sits between these two archetypal points in your life. So let's get started, Capricorn. Capricorn. Where's the archetypal energy right now? And the archetypal energy that they're going into. Capricorn. The Sustainer. Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen this card before. It's like they're molding something with clay. Wow, the Sustainer. That's interesting. I'm going to be reading the book. I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I feel the balance in it. I also, it's interesting. I think about like when you're working with clay, you have a limited time to mold it and to do things with it before it starts to harden. But the way almost holding it, somehow just holding it and keeping it in that form until you can do something with it. Because you're the Sustainer. And where are you going? The Croon. Ooh. The golden crabby corn. The Croon. So let's look at the book, cabbage corn. I won't call you crabby corn. 20. These are two new cards. I have not pulled these out at all this week, which is nice. The Sustainer, the Peacemaker, the Upholder, the Preserver. The Sustainer, the second archetype in the trio of existence, works behind the scenes tending to the tasks of life. They cultivate gardens, pay bills, keep the meals warm and the mouths sweetly fed. The Sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, to achieve, to preserve Earth's resources, to consider environmental impact, to see their role in the divine cycle of life. It's common for the Sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. Maybe I can see why we have the Croon. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the Sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. The Sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships, that they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all and needs our love. Take note of the difference between maintaining and sustaining. Which action describes your life more accurately? Oh, that's interesting. Contemplate what truly sustains you. Make a list. Notice how simple yet powerful those things are and spend some time tending them. When light, abundant, generous, supportive, reliable. When dark. And I'm going to talk about it because you have the Croon coming. I don't think there's anything bad with the Croon, but it's kind of like that old worn out energy. Overworked, resentful, trapped, and tired. Go deeper. Lakshmi, Vishnu, and Demeter. Interesting. It's kind of a very Capricornish energy in terms of looking after all of the physical things in life, right? They cultivate gardens, they pay bills, they keep the meals warm and the mouth sweetly fed. The Sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, the earth, etc. It's common for the Sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. So that's interesting. Their tasks aren't glamorous. Therefore, the Sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. That's interesting. So that's kind of the energy that you may be in, well, I want to say it's where you are right now. So let's see where this is going with the crone. The crone. Yeah, the crone, the witch, the old woman, the sage. The crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation in the feminine I hate this font. I don't know what it is about this font, but honest to God, it's like that Comic Sans or whatever, and I don't know. It's almost like it dysfunctions my brain. Anyways, it's the three of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. In her long life, she witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life and giving life. The crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. I kind of feel like it's the kind of like, you know, I'm really tired of cleaning the dishes and mopping the floors and doing the laundry. I'm going to stir up some shit. And I don't care. Ooh, yeah, that's interesting. The crone is the master of letting go and residing in what is. She rejects nothing. The crone is often seen with the crow, smoke, night, the moon. The crone has a difficult time tolerating superficial, petty, day-to-day musings. She moves away from such relationships and seeks a deeper path, even if this means a more solitary life. When light, magic, clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive, and wise. When dark, vindictive, bitter, isolated, and ostracized. Go deeper. Dumavati, Hecate, Baba Yaga, and Lilith. That's interesting. Oh, your cards. The spice at the end of the week, man. Okay, this is really. You know what it feels like? Okay, so it kind of seems like, you know, doing the things that need to get done, keeping everything in line, making sure everything is in order, doing all that stuff. And then kind of like looking at life and seeing how ridiculous the whole thing is. I kind of get that, like seeing how ridiculous the whole thing is, like that's where you're going. And you start producing some sort of kind of magical energy in terms of really coming to a balance in the good and the bad and the bad and the good, like light and dark and dark and light. It's pretty interesting, right? Like devouring beauty and the macabre all in the same breath. I gotta say, the last 3 readings this week have been something. And it's interesting because it started off like kind of light, and then Scorpio, Sag, and Capricorn took us to the dark side. But you know what? You gotta play in the dark side. You gotta play there. Gotta get your little flashlight. Okay, there's the light side. There's my musical washing machine. And I closed the door too, and you can still hear it. Did you hear that? Okay, the sustainer. Oh, look. It's like, oh yeah, see, there's like all this creativity that's not going anywhere. All this creative, expressive energy that's not going anywhere because you're cleaning the dishes, you're walking the dog, you're making the beds, you're paying the bills, you're ironing the clothes. I'm trying to come up with, yeah, like, I don't know, like all that stuff, all that three-dimensional, very actually pentacle stuff. But there is too, the sustainer finds, but satisfaction in this, but there's like a shift, and we can see it here with the earthworm. It's like, well, where does the creative aspect come in? Where do you get to be creative? Where do you get to express the creativity and to grow with that? So it's kind of like if you can't find an outlet, you're going to create an outlet with the crone. Oh, this is going to make you happy, though. It's going to make you happy. So you're delving into something here. Wow, where are you going? You know what's funny? I kind of feel like the otter is looking at you, actually, to be honest. I kind of feel like the otter is looking at you. I gotta pull out your cards and see where this... Oh, the rabbit. The rabbit and the otter were present somewhere. Was that Scorpio? And I say it because the rabbit was the underline and the otter was what they were becoming. Yeah, your true, authentic self. Maybe this is what you're going towards. Come up with readings in the past, haven't you? You would be too. If I was ever going to like pick a zodiac sign, a sun sign that was either like witch, warlock, or wizardy, it would totally be Capricorn. Oh my gosh, it would totally be Capricorn. It's kind of like replacing the kitchen pot for the cauldron. I feel that somehow for you. And whichever way you're going to do that. The sustainer. The Five of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Six of Pentacles. The Croon. The Son of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom, and then everything is reversed. Well, this is very self-explanatory to me. This is kind of like doing what needs to get done to turn something that is hugely disappointing, something that feels... makes you feel isolated from others, kind of put out, not included, and to find happiness and clarity and wish fulfillment, right? And then to turn this into like balance, to get balance in that maybe. It is to find a balance and sustaining the things that need to be sustained. Doing the things that need to be done is what you're doing, is where you are right now. You're doing what's got to be done. I got to take the garbage out. I got to pay the bills. I got to do this to get from the Five of Pentacles to the Sun, because that's a big leap. But it almost feels like I'm getting a secondary message here, and maybe it's almost like a heads up that there's something, kind of like there's something missing for you with this earthworm, like, well, yeah, like where's the zest? Where's the zest in life, sort of? I'm feeling for you. And even like this, the Son of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Taking things slow with the Son of Pentacles. It's a little bit like the Knight of Pentacles. Slow movement through conflict of some sort, disagreement, and resting in that. And I'm not even sure how that connects to... There's something going on over here with your Croon and the Otter. I'm not sure that the otter is you. That's what's bothering me. I need another deck. What's going on with this otter? Why did that do that? The Page of Wands. Because the otter is the happiest little guy in the deck. The otter. Tell Capricorn more about the otter. This is like a future energy that they are moving towards. They are taking on the Croon. The Crone. Oh, okay. No, you know, maybe it is you. And it's interesting because, and I think this is the way that the tarot is communicating it to me. So the Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom. So this is your energy. This is a reason for the, anything at the bottom to me has always got to have to do with you, because it's your reading. It's why we're kind of here. So the Nine of Pentacles, and this is very much about like looking after all the things that you need to look after yourself, looking after the house, you know, it's looking after that, but it's looking after it in a really good way. Like it's a healthy energy, the Nine of Pentacles. It's being very self-sufficient, self-reliant. And then we get the Nine of Pentacles again when I'm asking about the Otter, but the Three of Wands, and there's that like looking out. I think you're looking out for fun. That's what this seems to be. Like you're kind of looking out for fun. And now I understand. I couldn't put it together because I wasn't sure who the Otter was. I wasn't sure who the Otter was here. So you're kind of looking out for fun because too, and the Nine of Pentacles, this person does look a little bit bored. They're just hanging out with all their great stuff. But wanting to explore more, wanting to find more, because it's Pentacles. Well, where's the passion? Where's the fun? I get that with the Earth of Worms. The Earth of Worms. That's kind of funny. The Earth of Worms. So, okay, now I see, because it's been slow. Well, it's been a long COVID, but you know what? It's kind of like, well, you know, you can look forward to more of it. With the Son of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, it's like you don't want to, but you're almost being forced into this Four of Pentacles, like more rest. Well, maybe getting tired cleaning all this shit over here. I don't, it's kind of funny reading. I never know what to expect from you guys, Capricorn. Like sometimes it can be like the deepest, most metaphysical reading ever, into the deepest esoteric Akashic records. Or it can be like the most beautiful love story I've ever seen or heard or read. Or it can be about like cleaning the dishes and getting to the kids to school on time. You guys keep it so real. Yeah, okay, let's go. I want to know more about, like, I don't know, maybe this energy, it has to do with internalizing something. Because it doesn't look like you're going to go out for a good time. But it looks like you want to. So somehow internalizing it into something else. The Croon gives information specifically about the Croon. What are they up to? What's going on here? Maybe it's a secret. Maybe it's secret stuff you're doing. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Oh, see? Well, you went out. I don't know how long this pandemic is going on for, but it's killing me watching some of your readings. Because I can relate. I really can. And so the Hanged Man, it's like, oh, let's look at things differently. Let's get a new perspective. Let's try to understand. Let's look at myself outside of the box. Look at myself inside of the box. And let's look at the neighbors inside of the box and outside of the box. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's like looking with binoculars with neighbors inside their box or outside their box. Maybe don't do that. Then the Ace of Wands, there's the passion, right? But then here comes the Strength card, almost like trying to hold it and suppress it. I can't change the cards, I'm telling you. I know someone's going to get crabby at me. Like, I'm busy, I don't want to do that anymore. None of us really want to, but it's kind of like, that's where it's going for you. We cannot end the week like this, Capricorn. I don't know, maybe you guys are looking forward to that. Are you looking forward to more of that? It just seemed like throughout the week, like people were kind of being set free from stuff that they felt confined in. They were going to have some new experiences. They were, you know, they'd done all this internal work and now they were externalizing it. And yeah, so what do you have here? You have at the bottom, you got the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Moon, and the World. The World, the end of the cycle. You know, it's a little bit like this is your energy, right? And then this is having choices, and this is the unknown and things that can cause you fear and confusion. And then this is the end of that. So I gotta say that there, you know, there's an end coming. Well, not necessarily to your energy, but the King of Pentacles is very responsible. You know, getting everything done, having all the answers, which is a little bit like the Sustainer. The Sustainer. But sitting behind that is the Lovers. So whether these are romantic choices, just choices in partnership, just having choices to do things. And then the Moon card, you know, it's interesting that it sits behind the Lover. So maybe either you're like, I don't know if I'll ever meet someone or find someone, but you have everything else in alignment with this King of Pentacles energy. But there is some sort of an end at some point coming to that cycle where it just feels very pentacle-y. Yeah, I don't even know if that's a word, but that's what happens when you have a lot of Gemini in your chart. You make up words, and real words, you can't even use them. So, I don't know. I feel like we should just pull something. I don't know. You know what? I'm just getting the same answer over and over again for you. We're just going to go to, I'm just getting the same thing for you. Try not to get crabby. I just see that sometimes with the chrome. The chrome. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. So this is the Wings of Wisdom. It's light and it's airy and it's very childlike. There you go. It just flew right out. Like no hesitation. The Nightingale. Oh, someone just had this. Loving messages from Spirit. Enchantment voice. Oh, this is the one, the affirmation. Oh, what this? This is an affirmation that sounds a bit like an incantation. Maybe you need... that's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you an incantation too, Capricorn, because we're feeling very witchy over here. So the affirmation for this is, my creative soul sings through the night, bringing healing and light. I like that. Nice. Okay, so there's a bunch on the back. I'm going to read that to you. I can look at the front. Focus on building your connection to your true self so that you do not depend on outer circumstances for strength or security. Your soul connection is your true support in life. You do not need to feel limited or afraid of external conditions, as they can be transformed through the magic of your soul voice. You can influence the environment around you through conscious choices. Rather than worrying an environment may have a negative effect on you, practice speaking your truth unconditionally and spontaneously from the heart. You can cast a loving spell of enchantment to inspire and heal others as you do so. I have to laugh at that, like the spell of enchantment. I don't know what you're going to do over here. Just be careful. Don't enchant anyone. Don't love spell. I had to delete some comment last week. Somebody went in and put a whole bunch of... Let's say they must have just copied and pasted it into, I don't know, half a dozen of my readings. And it was just like... What is it? Also, my husband left me. So I got this person, did a spell on them, and now he's back, and we're so... I'm like, what the hell? You cannot do that. Don't do that shit. You can't do spells on people. That is bad. That is bad, bad, bad. Okay. I just was like, I deleted it and did what I had to do so they won't be coming back. And two, it's using my channel to advertise their shit. You know, why don't you build your own channel and advertise your own shit? You know, you can tell, I kind of think that, like, let's go have some fun, right? Let's go have some fun already. Oh, the Phoenix. Well, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, this is good. This is my favorite one. What is it? I never did do it. I said I was going to put this on my mirror in my bathroom and say it every night before I went to bed and every morning when I woke up. So the Phoenix is mystical and magical, is a mystical and magical creature with an extremely long lifespan. In Greek mythology, the Phoenix is, oh God, I hate this word, cyclically regenerated or reborn. Associated with the sun, a Phoenix obtains new life by arising from the ashes of its predecessor. It's a symbol of immortality and resurrection, and reminds us that the end is only the beginning. In ancient Egypt, the phoenix was also a symbol and metaphor for the setting and rising sun. The sun disappears beneath the western horizon in a ball of flames when its daily journey is complete, so that it may be reborn anew in the east the following morning by way of a new ball of fire. The meaning. When you draw this card, the phoenix stands as a metaphor for being reborn. This can either manifest in picking yourself up when you are down and making the changes that need to be made, or shaking off those shackles that have been holding you back. The phoenix is letting you know that no matter how difficult things may be right now, you will soon be reborn and start anew. The incantation. Okay, are you ready for this? I will rise from the ashes refreshed and renewed. The scars left behind can no longer be viewed. I am fit, I am strong, and on top of my game. All is well in my world, and my world I reclaim. All right, say that 3 times. All right, so there you go. Nobody else got that. Look at that. See, sometimes it pays off to be at the end. And I know, I've had a couple comments. Can we be the first ones one time, Cindy? And you know, you don't need to be the first. I mean, like, coming from an Aries, you don't need to be the first. I need to be the first. No. I can't do that because it would mess up my rhythm. And honest to God, it would. I've thought about it and I'm like, I can't. I don't know why. I just can't. I feel like it would mess up the energetic rhythm of the channel at this point. And it's not that, like, you can get this reading and in a way you can feel like the first, right? Like this can be the energy leading into the following week. That's really, it can. And they're timeless. That's why I really don't put a time on them. So that's what I got to say about that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go do the extended and see what's going on between here and there for you. All right. Thank you so much, Capricorn. I love you guys. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.